On Citrus TV News Live at 6, we'll have full coverage of today's Campus Framework Forum.
It's Diaper Need Awareness Week. We'll let you know how you can help families in need.
And all the updates on the train crash in Hoboken.
Citrus TV News starts right now.
From the Citrus TV studios, this is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Good evening and welcome to Citrus TV News Live at 6. I'm Alex Amico.
And I'm Jackie Prager. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
The arraignment for former Whitman Dean Kenneth Kaviech is happening now. Kaviech is being charged with patronizing a prostitute.
His arrest comes after being caught during a sting operation with an undercover prostitute in the town of Salina. The dean was immediately put on administrative leave until further notice.
Stay tuned to Citrus TV News and Talking Points for all the updates on this developing story. Syracuse's Communication Sciences and Disorders Department has a new research lab. Assistant Professor Ellen Riley will explore a language disorder called aphasia, which is often caused by stroke. The lab is staffed by 4 undergrad students and 4 graduates. And the university is asking for feedback about health and wellness opportunities on campus. The Office of Human Resources sent out an email survey yesterday. They're asking faculty and staff to assess the programs currently offered on campus and to suggest areas of improvement. The surveys are open until October 16th.
The university is asking for feedback about the campus framework, and the 5th session was held today in Newhouse's Herg Auditorium. Vice President and Chief Facilities Officer Pete Sala spoke about the 3 most upcoming projects that are part of the framework. Construction for the National Veterans Research Complex will begin this month with the demolition of the Hoopo Hall. The facility is set to be completed by spring of 2019. No updates were given on the dome, as Sala said the university is still waiting for updated roof plans. Sala says they're making the renovations of Archibald Gym a priority.
We're focusing really hard right now on Arch. We wanted something to give back to the students, and that's a big student use. You know, I don't know if people in this room realize, but last year I think we had 318,000 swipes at Arch.
Renovations of the gym are expected to begin by the end of 2016.
Syracuse University faculty members are planning a series of events throughout the year to focus on top-down, bottom-up strategies to fight against climate disruption. Talks will be given by Eben Goodstein, the Director of Graduate Studies and Sustainability at Bard College. The first event is on September 29th at 2 p.m. in Grant Auditorium. And the Graduate School Information Fair is underway in the Shine Student Center right now. Students interested in continuing their education after their bachelor's degree can meet face-to-face with recruiters from 96 different graduate schools. The event is open until 7, but you must be pre-registered to attend. After 2 years of planning, the College of Visual and Performing Arts hosts a national event for experts in rhetorical speaking tonight. The college's CRS program welcomes more than 100 people at the Genesee Grand Hotel for the 15th Annual Biennial Public Address Conference. The theme of the weekend-long event is the conceit of context and features tonight's keynote speaker, Professor Carol Blair from UNC Chapel Hill.
Syracuse basketball coach Jim Boeheim will speak tonight at 8 o'clock in room 432 of Newhouse 3. He'll talk about his experience with reporters and journalists, but will not take any questions about the team. Seating is limited and will be on a first-serve basis. And women's basketball coach Q will be leading a Q&A tonight during the Leadership Greater Syracuse Alumni event. Tickets are $25 and the event is being held at the Goldstein Student Center on Skytop Road. Proceeds benefit Leadership Greater Syracuse, an organization that connects important Syracuse businesses with chances to inspire people and make a difference in the area.
The Syracuse University Human Rights Film Festival starts today. This is the 14th anniversary of the festival that brings prestigious films concerning social justice to SU. All of the films are free, and you can see the schedule of the films on your screen right now. Renowned architect Roger Sherman is currently in Slocum Auditorium speaking about the use of battery power. Sherman is one of the visiting critics for the SU's architecture program this semester. His work has been featured in Newsweek, CNN, and on the History Channel.
Jeremy Randall is coming to the Schaefer Art Building tonight at 6:30 as part of the Visiting Artist Lecture Series. Randall has been making professional pottery since 2005. His work has been showcased in permanent collections across the Northeast. He opened Rusty Wheel Pottery in 2016 as a space to teach community classes. 50% of Syracuse children under the age of 5 live in poverty and are in need of much more than donations than just food. NCC News reporter Lauren Anderson tells us about a new week that is bringing awareness to the need for diapers in the community.
A national movement has come to Syracuse, and that is Diaper Need Awareness Week.
Food, heat, water, and diapers.
The week is run by the Central New York Diaper Bank, who aims to provide diapers to families in need. Mayor Minor has recognized the week as Syracuse has some of the highest poverty levels in the country. Galen Murphy Stanley runs the food pantry at the University United Methodist Church, one of the agencies the bank provides diapers to, and she knows firsthand the demand for diapers in this community.
We get a lot of moms in here, yeah, and dads and grandmas and aunties and grandpas who are looking for diapers. And we have people requesting diapers from infants all the way up to senior citizens.
Not including donations from this week, the Central New York Diaper Bank has collected more than 32,000 diapers for social service agencies like these to distribute to families in Syracuse.
As common as food drives and coat drives are, there are other necessities that sometimes get overlooked that families in poverty need just as much of. The week serves to bring awareness to that issue.
There's just such a tremendous need that we want to work across the country to raise awareness around diaper need.
Diapers aren't covered by benefits like SNAP or WIC, and low-income families can spend $100 a month on diapers alone. Not having access to clean diapers can put babies at risk for rashes and other health complications.
I drive a Chevrolet Town and Country van, and I can fill my van with the diapers I get every month.
The CNY Diaper Bank is halfway to their goal for the week already and still have fundraisers this weekend at Uno Pizzeria and Grill and Sweet Frog in Fayetteville. Lauren Anderson, Citrus TV News.
For more information on the week, you can visit www.cnydiaperbank.org.
Coming up after the break, details on today's train crash in Hoboken.
Chipotle is in trouble again.
Citrus TV News will be right back.
We had a very dreary day today here on campus. Temperatures were in 64 degrees was your high, mostly cloudy with some passing showers throughout the day. Will the rain stick around for the weekend? All of your answer coming up in your exclusive Citrus TV 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
One person is dead and at least 100 are injured after a train crash in Hoboken this morning. Officials say the New Jersey Transit train did not stop as it pulled into the station and crashed into a concrete barrier.
The train began in Spring Valley, New York. Authorities say that the first car was demolished and 3 next others were also affected by the extreme impact.
Officials say more than 112 people were injured, but this number may continue to rise. Officials have released new information about the police shooting of an unarmed black man in a San Diego suburb. Authorities say the man was holding a vape-like device and pointing it at the officers like a gun. His attorney says he was upset about the death of his best friend.
Attorneys also say the man has had previous run-ins with police. One officer involved in the shooting was demoted last year after allegedly sexually harassing his colleague. Protesters are calling for an investigation into the incident.
The Supreme Court has taken on some big issues. The court will decide on trademarks that use offensive language. It chose not to hear a case involving the Washington Redskins, but will hear a similar case about the name of a rock band. The outcome of this case could still affect the Redskins.
The court will also take on a case appealed by the Obama administration. This case examines the controversial phrasing of immigration law. Finally, the court will decide on the minimum amount of help that public schools must provide to learning disabled students. More than $1 billion will be given to help fight Zika virus. This deal is part of a Congress agreement that will continue to fund the government until December, avoiding a government shutdown.
The deal also includes funds for rebuilding assistance in Louisiana and aid for Flint, Michigan's water crisis.
Chipotle is paying nearly $8 million to a former worker over sexual assault charges. The victim was 16 years old when she started working at Chipotle in 2013.
She says her 26-year-old assistant manager first started inappropriately touching her, which then led to sex by the next summer. The lawsuit portrays a hostile work environment for women.
In a statement, Chipotle said, quote, "We care deeply about all of our employees. We continue to offer our support for this former employee and hope for her well-being." A retired Canadian-Iranian professor is back in Canada today after being detained in an Iranian prison since June. The 65-year-old was barred from leaving Iran after traveling to the country to visit family.
She was detained on allegations of dabbling in feminism due to research she gathers on Muslim women in various regions of the world. Now back in Canada, she says she feels frail and tired and is not planning another visit to Iran anytime soon. UNICEF has more than doubled its funding appeal for Nigeria. The agency says $115 million is needed to save children whose lives are literally hanging by a thread.
The Islamist group Boko Haram has created famine-like conditions in the country. UNICEF warns that as many as 75,000 children will die in the next year if donors do not respond quickly. Only $28 million has been raised so far.
And since January, hundreds of people in Sudan have been killed by chemical weapons being dropped. Amnesty International said in a statement that during their 8-month investigation, the attacks from the Sudanese government have not ended.
Victims have reported symptoms of vomiting blood, melting skin, and growing blisters.
Coming up, how some cities are changing their streetlights to keep people healthier.
And Brendan Tierney will have your full Citrus TV weather forecast. Stay tuned.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
Well, it was a cold and wet day around campus with strong gusty winds here on the Hill.
How long will these wet weathers stick around? Well, Citrus TV weather anchor Brendan Tierney is here with that answer.
Yeah, it was definitely a cold day around here on campus, and you can see most of the region's pretty cold as well. 63 in the northern area up by the lake, 63 here in Syracuse. Get it down a little farther south, Cortland and Ithaca both at 59 degrees, and that has to do with the rain that moved through the area earlier. Future current radar we'll take a look at first. You can see mostly dry in the region right now. The radar has cleared off for the most part. There were some pretty heavy storms earlier in the area. Taking a look at your surface analysis map, you're able to see the middle part of the country under control of high pressure, which leaves us with 2 low pressure systems which will stick in the area, give us a wet weekend, unfortunately, on the way. Taking a look at your future radar, you're able to see nice and dry tonight, but there will be some rain moving into the area tomorrow. But nice and dry tonight, as I mentioned. Tonight, 50 degrees, mostly cloudy and windy. The wind will give us a bit of a wind chill, 41 degrees, so not too bad overall if you plan on heading out tonight, but not the best night either. Taking a look at your exclusive Citrus TV 5-day forecast, 63 degrees. Bit of rain and wind in the area tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, all wet as well. Good news is Sunday we got up to 71 degrees. Monday, the rain will be tapering out of the region as we get into the afternoon, 70 degrees. And then Tuesday, 71 degrees, finally nice and dry.
So for those of us who might be going to MetLife for the game, what can we expect going down there?
Unfortunately, it's going to be pretty similar for Syracuse Notre Dame at MetLife as it would have been up here. Fortunately, they're playing outside down there. We're looking at about 65 degrees at kickoff, some scattered showers in the area.
Brendan, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cities across the United States are changing their street Cities across the United States are changing their streetlights to improve health conditions. Lake Worth, Florida, Phoenix, and 25 cities in Connecticut are now opting for street lamps with lower color temperatures, meaning less blue light emissions. The change comes after the American Medical Association said LED lights with high color temperatures can cause eye damage and disrupt sleep patterns. And according to the World Health Organization, almost everyone on Earth now breathes polluted air. An air quality map released by the WHO confirms that 92% of the world's population lives in places where there is poor air quality. Air pollution can harm your lungs, heart, and even brain, and each year about 3 million deaths can be linked to outdoor air pollution.
Volvo is recalling about 44,000 cars and SUVs in the U.S. A drain hose may have been installed incorrectly at the factory, creating an air conditioning leak which can cause airbags to malfunction. The leak may stop the airbags from deploying in a crash. Vehicles including in the recall are 2016 and 2017 XC90 SUVs and S90 sedans. And one Italian biochemical plant is now the first plant in the world to make plastics with renewable sources. The company Novamont is making a renewable chemical compound from sugars derived from corn biomass. The company has already invested $112 million. The plastic will primarily be used to make biodegradable bags for food service products and shopping bags.
Coming up after the break, I've got updates on the Mets and Yankees as they come down the home stretch of the regular season. Plus, a Syracuse native brings home some hardware, and SU Field Hockey hosts a marquee matchup. All that and more in just a few minutes. Don't touch that remote.
Here we go. We're going to go out there in the rain. You're going to get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. you're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. I'm Drew Carter with sports. A coaching legend will join the Syracuse football team on the field this Saturday. No, I'm not talking about Dino Babers. Tom Coughlin will be at MetLife Stadium for the Oranges showdown against Notre Dame. The two-time Super Bowl champion will accompany the Syracuse captains at the center of the field for the coin toss. Coughlin graduated from SU all the way back in 1968 and shared a backfield with college and Pro Football Hall of Famers Floyd Little and Larry Zonka. Now, back on the hill, Syracuse field hockey takes on a fellow ACC juggernaut tomorrow. The fourth-ranked Orange hosts number 7 Louisville at JS Coyne Stadium. SU is seeking its second consecutive victory after the team picked up its first loss of the season last week at North Carolina. That defeat dropped the Orange from the top spot in the national rankings, but Syracuse rebounded with a shutout win over Penn on Sunday. As for the Cardinals, they own a record of 9-1 and carry a 3-game win streak into tomorrow's contest. SU and Louisville get going at 3:30. From the turf to the hardwood, a Syracuse native keeps on collecting hardware. The WNBA named Breanna Stewart Rookie of the Year today, but it might have to go up in her attic because Stewart's trophy case is probably near full capacity. The forward won the national championship in all 4 of her seasons at UConn, took home 3 National Player of the Year awards, and won a gold medal this summer in Rio. This season, Stewart averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game as she led the Seattle Storm to the playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, the Yankees' chances of making the postseason are about as good as my chances of becoming Angelina Jolie's new husband. So I'm saying there's a chance. The Bronx Bombers aren't out of it just yet after their dramatic 5-3 win over the Red Sox last night. New York first baseman Mark Teixeira hit a walk-off grand slam with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. It was Teixeira's 409th career home run, but his first walk-off. A loss would have eliminated the Yanks from postseason contention. The men in pinstripes are 6th in the AL wildcard standings, 4 games behind the second-place Orioles with 4 games left in the regular season. And the Yankees' crosstown counterparts, on the other hand, well, they're sitting pretty in the playoff hunt. The Mets won 5-2 last night in the rubber match of a 3-game series in Miami. Jay Bruce and James Loney both cranked 2-run homers for the Amazons, and the Marlins didn't score after the first inning. The win puts some breathing room between New York and the other NL wildcard contenders. The Giants and Cardinals both lost yesterday, so the Mets sit a game and a half ahead of San Francisco and 2.5 up on St. Louis. New York gets tonight off before wrapping up the regular season with a 3-game set in Philadelphia. And finally, the Dolphins visit the Bengals tonight on Thursday Night Football. Both teams own a record of 1-2, but Cincinnati is favored by a touchdown. Miami picked up its first week of the season last week with an overtime win against the Broncos. The Dolphins are looking for their first back-to-back win since last October. Meanwhile, the Bengals are coming off 2 straight losses to the Steelers and Broncos, and the 2 starting quarterbacks in tonight's game both rank in the top 10 in passing yards in the NFL. Cincinnati QB Andy Dalton is 5th, while Miami signal caller Ryan Tannehill checks in at number 9. Potential for lots of points tonight, guys.
So, Drew, Bengals-Dolphins tonight. If I want to put some money on the game, Bengals are favored by 8. Are they going to cover the spread?
You know, I don't think so, Alex. I really like the Dolphins against the spread in this one. Against the Seahawks and the Patriots on the road in the first 2 weeks, they lost by a combined 9 points, which is very impressive. So going into Cincinnati, I like Miami plus 8.
All right.
Well, definitely have to watch. Thanks so much. We'll be right back.
Of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. the Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back. Well, so Brendan, what can we expect for tomorrow?
Well, if we take a look at your day planner, not a bad day overall tomorrow. Kind of a carbon copy of today, unfortunately, though. 53 at 9 a.m., 59 by noon, 60 coming in at your 6 p.m. high. Rain throughout the day. Winds will be gusting about 30 miles an hour, however.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And we have breaking news regarding the Whitman Dean Kenneth Kaviech's appearance in court today. Citrus TV News reporter Maddie Arabe spoke to his attorney, who said that he's with Kaviech, but it could be another hour before he actually appears in the courtroom.
Now, we have someone from Citrus down there to stay tuned, so be sure to watch Talking Points afterwards to keep updated on the developing story.
Citrus TV reporter Maddie Arabe spoke to a court officer who said that Kaviech is with his attorney and could be another hour before he appears in the courtroom. And now on this day in history, in 1988, the Discovery Space Shuttle was launched. This was the first American space flight after the tragedy of the Challenger explosion. The U.S. waited almost 3 years before they decided to send up the Discovery Shuttle.
A Navy admiral who acted as a middleman between NASA and the U.S. government during this time accepted a trophy on behalf of the members who had worked on the return to flight mission. The shuttle stayed in space for 4 days and then returned back safely to Earth.
That's all your news for now. Thank you for joining us this evening.
And you can follow all the Citrus TV news on all social media sites and plugs, and check us out, the brand new CitrusTV.com, for more news. I'm Jackie Prager.
And I'm Alex Amico. Come back at 7:30 where I host Talking Points. Have a great night, Syracuse.